come. Break me down. Bury me. Bury me. I am finished with you. Look into my eyes. You're killing me. Killing me. All I wanted was you.
Thank you, Christopher Walken.
End scene. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, as a 30 Seconds to Mars diehard fan over here that knows all their songs, that was incredible.
Thank you.
What an inspirational story.
I wrote it myself.
Inspirational. Guys, welcome to Real Awkward. This is a podcast where you don't need Viagra. You stay hard all the time.
Gross, dude.
Why?
Not for too long, though.
No,
I don't like
It's
that.
only a 45-minute podcast.
This is the best damn podcast you've heard today.
Today. My name's Andy,
I'm Amanda.
I'm Ashley.
and we have a very special guest.
Who is she?
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Bonnie the guest.
Bonnie the guest.
Yeah.
Bon.
Bon.
Bon bon.
And then we also have someone in the peanut gallery today.
Hi, it's me.
If you guys are unfamiliar with that wonderful voice, she was on our Disney Movies podcast about a year ago, I think.
Yeah, I feel like we did too.
Yeah, I think we did do two.
I don't remember.
But that was a hardcore podcast. So go listen to that one where you can barely hear her because our equipment wasn't upgraded, which we want to say a huge thank you to our sponsor at Geek Guilt for providing us some amazing equipment to make a wonderful podcast, right?
Thanks, Geek Guilt.
Yeah, we got upgraded.
Upgraded! If you guys have not checked out one of these episodes before, we're about to do what's called a street cred episode. Amanda, tell them what that's about.
Okay, here's the deal. So Ashley's going to pull up somebody's IMDb page. We're going to start at the bottom, work our way to the top.
Now we're here.
And then we're going to make fun of some movies, maybe probably haven't seen some. Andy's going to relate a movie to how old he was when it came out. It has nothing to do with the movie.
1945.
He might relate a movie to the price that the video game created about the movie sells for. That, again, has nothing to do with the movie.
Yes, it does. It has everything to do.
And that's pretty much how these episodes go.
Everything to do.
Everything to do.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So guys, stick with us. We're going to go over who?
Who?
Jared Leto. Is it Jared Leto or Leto?
I think it's Leto.
I think I just say Leto.
Right?
Do you say Leto? I say Leto.
Wait, is it Leto?
Like Leto.
Wait, is it Jared Leto?
Well, everybody just found out they were saying Lindsay Lohan's name wrong.
What's her? How do you say her
Lohan.
name?
Lohan.
Yeah.
Ew.
That's how I say it.
You say Lohan?
Also, like
you say Lindsay Lohan?
Chrissy Teigen, she
learning
admitted
a lot
it's
about
pronounced
my
Chrissy Teigen, but she still calls herself Chrissy Teigen. Just because everybody else does.
Like Willem Dafoe?
He
no,
announced
that
he
was
said
a
that wrong.
joke.
All right.
William DeFriend.
Didn't he try to like change his name to like when he started acting?
Yeah, something like
to
that.
like make it a little bit different, and then it was like that's not gonna work. So he just kept Defoe.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Something like that.
So we thought
anyway,
this
irrelevant.
specific actor would be very unique because he has a couple awesome movies coming out soon, and he does have a unique repertoire, if you will,
We will find out.
because he has done, we know, movies and some music and some fun stuff.
So quick
And some fun stuff.
bio.
Yes.
Jared Leto,
Yes.
was born in, don't know how to pronounce this, Bossier City? Bossier. She
Louisiana.
knows. Louisiana.
Ooh.
I said it right the
I
first
lived in
time.
Bossier Parish.
You did? Oh my goodness.
You're from the hometown of Jared Leto.
Leto Leto Loto.
I see J
Do you
Dog
know
down
each
at the
other?
Crawdad Shack
Yeah.
all the time, but
We were in the grocery store grabbing for the same milk.
then he threw a rat at me.
Got weird.
That's what I hear.
Any Hoosiers.
Any Hoosiers. Okay. Yes.
He was born to Constance, can't pronounce her last name, and Anthony L. Bryant.
Her last name's Leto.
No, the
just
surname
kidding.
Leto is from his stepfather.
Oh, so he actually kept his name from his stepfather instead of his original daddy.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
His ancestry
It's
includes
like Harley Quinn isn't the only one with daddy issues.
Oh, shit.
I like that. Good segue. Good segue. Hold on.
God.
Okay. I'm not supposed to use those. The girls have banned me from them. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
He's English, Cajun, as well as Irish, German, and Scottish.
I see the Cajun for some reason. I don't know why, but I see it.
Zero Cajun.
Is it the Louisiana coming out?
Maybe if you're talking about like the vampire, was the vampire in Louisiana ones? He might look like one
Was
of
he a
those.
vampire in something else?
If
We'll
he
find
wasn't,
out.
he should be.
Well, foreshadowing,
Anyway, he was also in 30 Seconds to Mars.
which
The
is a
end.
band. Which is a band.
The end.
Are they still together?
Yes. I think they actually, that song that she so eloquently did earlier with slam poetry was
Wasn't that so good?
not too long ago. 5 years?
You're kidding me, right?
No.
That song came out a long ass time ago.
10 years?
I was gonna say at least.
I remember
10
being
years.
in my 20s somewhat.
You're not
and
still in
then
your 20s?
Thinking that I was super cool listening to it.
I remember those days. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the filmography that is Jared Leto.
Okay.
Talk to me.
First thing he did, 1992. We don't know what year he was born because IMDb didn't say.
That's weird.
Do you want me to look
Seems
it
like
up?
the kind of guy who wouldn't want you to know, though.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
oh, you know
Very
what?
David Blaine vibe.
I think he's 50.
You think he's
No
50?
way.
I'm going to put money on it right
Okay,
now. I think
okay.
that guy's 50 years
He's
old.
50.
No shit.
Dude, Andy is so
Stop
good.
it.
If
He's on fire.
He's heating up.
if anybody's interested, go to our YouTube where we started this whole shebang and listen/watch to the episode where Amanda and Andy guess the ages of celebrities. Andy's really good at it.
I was really good
Anyway,
at it.
he was born December 26, 1971.
Yep.
Anyhow, he was first in 2 episodes of Camp Wilder.
Okay,
Never heard
I'm
of it?
sorry. I don't mean to not listen to you, but 50. Can we all agree? He looks freaking
Can we
awesome for
revisit
50
the fact
though.
that I was right?
Why are there so many people making videos about their skin routine and he doesn't have one?
Yeah, because
Everyone's
he's a
been
vampire.
asking me about my skincare
He might
routine.
be.
All I want to know is his skincare routine.
he's immortal.
Yeah.
It's like
Vampire.
him and Keanu Reeves. They've been around for like 3,000 years.
I think
believe
they got
it.
Paul Rudd too.
Oh,
Maybe.
they did get Paul
Reptilians.
Rudd.
I was going to say reptile
Yeah.
people.
Yep. They
Okay.
age differently.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. So Jared Leto, his very first thing was what?
2 episodes of Camp Wilder.
Which is, we don't know.
A TV show?
Never
TV
heard of it.
show.
It sounds very TV show.
When I say episodes, that implies there were TV shows.
Gotcha.
Then he was in an episode of Almost Home.
Missed it.
His first movie was Cool and the Crazy.
Amanda's
I don't know why
favorite.
that's funny.
You got me.
He
Yep.
did an episode of Rebel Highway. 19
All right.
episodes of My So Called Life.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep.
We're there.
I wasn't allowed to watch it, but I was aware it existed.
No, I remember like that. I watched like I think I watched like 1 episode or something once, and I was watching it because I was not allowed to. And then I remember being like, I don't understand any of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know I watched My So-Called Life again when we were at Blockbuster, and I was like, I'm now too old for this. Like it was like a weird. You need to be in high school.
It
Yeah.
was like Dawson's Creek for
Yeah.
bad kids.
Yes.
For the naughties. Okay. Cool.
Then he did a movie called How to Make an American Quilt.
I thought you were going to say
I feel
great
like
again.
that is so on
How to make an
brand for
American
him.
great again.
He played Donald Trump, right?
I don't know why, but a movie about a quilt just seems very on brand.
Yeah, you're like correct.
His next movie was called The Last of the High Kings.
and that's the last time he did that movie. Am I right?
He did a movie called Prefontaine.
Was that the one he did before
guy?
Fontaine?
Steve Prefontaine.
Yeah, the athlete was
Yes. The guy.
athlete, not an athlete.
Okay, wait. Let me get this right. Where are we in the timeline?
This was
We're
in
still in the 90s.
1997.
Okay, and I have to keep reminding myself he's 50, so this goes back.
Yeah,
How
he
many
was
times do you rub that
26.
in?
Well, is it rubbing it in? Is
Yes.
it though?
Remember that
Okay.
How
time
many
I was right
times
about
are we
him?
going to revisit the fact that I was right about him being 50?
Well, that's what I'm saying though. But him
and-
being 50 and his first thing that he did was in the 90s.
Yeah.
So he was 30,
20.
Wonder what his 401k
20 is what I
was
meant. So
Oh,
he was in his
20.
20s when he started
Right, so
acting.
he wasn't young.
he was the 20-year-old playing the high schooler, even.
Yes.
all the way
Yeah.
back then.
Right. I'm 14, but he's not.
Yeah. His next movie is called Switchback.
No.
No. Basil.
Why is he like a Nicolas
Or
Cage?
Basil?
Like, so many things. That
But
I've never
before he
seen.
got popular? Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
No.
No.
Urban Legend.
Oh, yes. That's probably the first time I saw him in a movie.
That was a screamy teen horror flick, right?
That's.
Okay.
I think it was in the middle of that whole craze. I Know What You Did Last Summer,
Yes.
Scream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Urban Legend's actually decent.
It's not bad.
It's got like Joshua Jackson in it.
Who's Joshua Jackson.
Dawson's Creek. And it
Oh, yes.
it's quite literally they're dying based on urban legends. So
It has
Okay.
like 5 of the top 20 teens from
Yes.
20s from
Yeah.
the time.
yeah,
They're like dying
it's
from
pretty
like a
alright.
mirror being cracked and like a black
Bloody
cat
Mary.
running
Yeah, pretty much,
past
like,
you.
I-
Okay.
It's one that like from that kind of like late 1990s like set of horror movies. Like it's
I
not
was
the worst.
Also not allowed to watch this.
I can imagine.
It got a 5.6 on IMDb.
I'm not saying it was good.
You know what though? But
I'm just saying it's not the worst.
I bet when it was released though, people were like, "This is fire."
People were pooping themselves.
Yeah,
just
they're
like,
probably
this
this
is
is
insane.
the scariest thing I've ever seen. And then Blair Witch came out, and people freaked out, and then realized it was dumb.
Blair
They were
Witch
like,
is
"This is
scary.
the
one.
scariest thing I've
It
ever
was like
seen."
leading up to the super gory time with Saw and all
Yes.
that
Hostel.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so he did that one, and I know that one. Okay.
Now we're getting into this shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, Jared, let's go.
His next one is The Thin Red Line.
War movie, right?
Yeah.
War movie.
You haven't seen it?
Is it about a thin red line?
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Is that when someone dies, or is that a term in military for something?
You know, I don't know.
Do you know Amanda?
Do I look like I know?
I don't know why I feel like it has something to do with Russia though.
Right. That's what I'm thinking too.
Ooh, is it submarines?
No.
No.
Look it up. Jen, Peanut Gallery, Thin Red Line. What does it mean? School us. Learn us. Let's move on.
Besides pregnancy. What does the thin red line mean?
Jared Leto's pregnant.
No.
You heard it here first, guys.
It's a war drama movie.
What?
Yeah, but what is
We know.
what is the
Wait. It's a war drama movie starring Jared Leto, actually. No,
What does the
Jen,
term
what
mean?
does it
Who's
mean?
50? I don't know. If
Yeah, by the way, he is 50 years old.
In case you forgot.
Okay, so let's move on while Jen
Okay.
figures
the next
out that
one he
that's a
did was
movie.
called Black and White.
Okay. It don't matter if you're black or white.
It was black and white though.
Flag held to show the support and solidarity with fire service personnel and to honor injured or
Oh.
fallen firefighters.
Oh, so Thin Red Line is firefighters.
so not Russian.
So you were
Maybe they're Russian firefighters.
close. Okay, gotcha.
Huh.
Ash is like not impressed by
Okay.
what that was.
Wait,
Thank
It just
you.
doesn't seem like
Fire.
that goes with the movie, like
Yeah, okay, sure.
the poster and
We
stuff.
understand.
So the next, he was in Fight Club.
Okay,
Oh.
I knew he was in Fight Club. I knew he was in Fight Club, but I just didn't know where. There's a couple kind of like late 1990s movies I know he's in that I
Yeah.
just wasn't sure where they fell.
Is Fight Club 97? Right?
Don't know.
99.
Oh, 99.
Okay.
So if you count backwards from 50.
Yeah. Babyface?
Yeah,
Or Angel
Face.
Angel
Yeah.
Face. He got the shit beat out of him in that
Yeah.
movie. And I remember I was like, ooh, that's rough. That Brad Pitt that
Ooh,
beats
girl.
him or Edward Norton in the film. I know the spoiler. They're the same
I don't
guy.
remember. It's been a
But-
really long time
I
since
don't
I watched
remember.
it.
That's American History X.
Yeah.
Or wait.
And he's also
I
in
thought you were
Fight
talking
Club.
about- oh,
He's also the Incredible Hulk.
I was like, did he just mistake Edward Norton for Brad Pitt? How embarrassing.
They do look the same.
You have a fucking movie podcast. Ugh.
They both are equally as likely to go out with me.
So I do remember though it was just like brutal, and they pull him off, and he was the most beautiful face in the world, and then he was like, "Blah." By the way, R.I.P.
Character is
Meatloaf.
Angel Face.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
he would do anything for love.
Wait,
except
we're not-
stay alive.
Except get a
What I
COVID
won't
shot.
do that.
I don't think we're supposed to talk about this.
We're not supposed to talk about Meatloaf.
We're not supposed to talk about Fight Club.
Get it?
She got you,
You get
bitch.
it?
Or Bruno.
Stop.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw some at you.
All right. What do we got next on Jared Leto?
Girl Interrupted.
Is that a movie?
Angelina Jolie?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it about?
Winona Ryder.
Yes.
I just remember the Netflix thing where that lady walks up and she's like being a jerk, and then Angelina Jolie is like, "Hey, old lady, get out of here." and then I was like, I should watch that, and then I did it.
I'm going to be honest. I thought Angelina Jolie was here just now.
It's they're in like a mental health facility,
Yes.
right?
Oh, girl interrupted. Okay.
I remember seeing it a long time ago and it
Girl,
was good.
comma,
but
interrupted.
Got it.
I saw it once and I never saw it again. Like
I feel like it was supposed to
It's
be
a
one
one
of
and
those
done.
coming of age, like that everybody should watch once, but some people miss the memo.
Wait, so it should have been a one and done is what you're telling me.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Also, side note, this was Winona Ryder, who he was also in that movie about the quilt with.
She was.
Whoa.
Yeah,
she must have been young.
They must know each other.
She's doing the
They
quilt
have the
and the
same
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Because she's 50 now.
Everyone's
50.
50. I'm 50. You're 50.
Instead of the 27 club, there's a 50 club.
Yeah.
They're all 50. Okay, continue.
American Psycho.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I had to shut this movie off.
was
Try getting a reservation to see it now. That's what that's
Is that him?
He's Paul Allen. So he's like
okay.
Patrick Bateman. He's like his rival.
He has the better card stock.
Yes. Look at the thickness of it.
Wow.
The weight.
Dude, I don't know why I didn't remember him in that movie.
Oh my God,
I
I
only
didn't
remember
either.
Bale, and
Don't
that's
you remember?
it.
Do you
but-
remember the scene where he's in like the plastic raincoat and
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Have you heard of Huey Lewis in the news?
Yeah.
That's who gets killed
and then
in that
beats
scene.
him.
Killed with an axe.
Yes, he does.
That's Jared
you're
Leto.
right. Well, not beats. Beats is the wrong word.
As far
yes.
as one would beat one with an axe.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I
He
was
beats him. One
awesome.
would say to death.
I was watching this movie with Andy. It was before we had kids or anything, and it was dark. And Andy fell
Yeah.
asleep, and I was left watching American Psycho by myself.
Yeah,
and I'm
she
like,
did not.
shut it off.
She was like, no.
I'm good.
It's
You
definitely.
wake up, she's watching the Smurfs.
I needed something feel good. Honestly, I think that movie's great. There's a lot of interesting things, but there's a lot of really fucked up stuff that happens in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And then it's one of those ones where like it ends and it's like, was it real? Was it not?
Oh, sure.
It was definitely a thinker, but
Yeah.
Did Christian Bale win anything for that role? Like,
No.
yeah.
See, what ended up happening was like, so he had American Psycho, and then he did Shaft, where he's like the bad guy, and like
Shaft.
he had like a thing where he was like, I don't want to be the bad guy anymore. Like he was
Oh,
like a
sure.
bad guy
He's
in a
like,
couple
don't
movies in a row.
typecast me, and they're like, sure. Then you're Batman.
Yeah.
I want to be Batman.
I want to be
I don't.
the goodest bad guy.
I don't want to be an American Psycho anymore.
No.
Okay, so I'm sorry. This podcast is about Jared Leto.
Yeah. That's okay.
He has yet to do a starring role, though, right? In any of these, he's just kind of like either an off character, side character.
Yeah, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next he did Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, that's a great movie.
That movie fucked
And
me
that
up.
was him. He was a main role.
He was a main role. That's true.
I loved this movie.
Yeah.
I know it's one of Amanda's one and dones.
Oh, you didn't like it.
She
That's
don't
right.
like
That's
it.
right.
No,
It's a trip.
it's
It's
very
a
well
trip.
done. I understand why it gets a lot of praise. Certain things in that movie, I can't watch that movie again.
I just think it's funny
Yeah.
when the mom does crack, she's cleaning the house forever.
It was Speed.
Or Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Continue.
Sandra
That's-
Bullock movie.
And then Speed.
Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves.
And then Speed
And
2.
lives
Back
forever.
full circle.
Cruise Control.
The Lake House. Wait, what are we doing?
The lake. I love the lake house. I just talked about this.
I would
Okay.
never write him from the past.
Okay.
His next movie was Sunset Strip.
Missed it.
It just
Nope.
got really quiet
Nobody?
in this room.
Do you have a cricket button?
It's nothing. This is the closest I
Well,
have.
you should add one.
Okay.
Okay, I thought we
Noisy
agreed we were
crickets.
never going to use the buttons. And now you're like the fucking radio DJ over here.
They call her Bonnie.
Yeah.
Okay. Buttons. Who's got the buttons? What?
Panic Room.
I love Panic Room. Dude, okay.
Andy's such a fangirl.
I do.
I know, just talking about Ben Foster, and
Yes,
wasn't
you
Ben
were.
Foster also in Panic Room? He was in one of those. He was in one of those things where they like locked themselves in the house, and there was bad guys
In a room.
Wait.
And they're panicked, man.
Can you look it up? I don't think Ben
They
Foster's
seem
in that.
No.
Oh, it was.
Was I not just talking about Walter Matthau, though, and Dennis the Menace?
Well, so
Okay.
Obviously, I am assuming there's a panic room in Panic Room.
Okay,
but
yes,
What
so
is the actual plot of the movie?
It is Jodie Foster and her daughter, who is Kristen Stewart.
Okay.
At the time, and these guys try to break in.
Kristen
to
Stewart
was
at the
at the
time.
time.
She's still Kristen
She
Stewart.
is no longer.
I don't know who she is
Kristen
anymore.
No one does. She's weird now. So basically, they have a panic room, and that's it. The guys are just trying to get into it, and they're trying to get them to get out of the room the entire
What
time.
do they want?
Well, she needs her. They just want money.
They're searching for a missing fortune.
Oh, that's what it is. And then she has diabetes.
Yes.
And she needs her stuff that's inside the house in
Insulin?
the or
Yeah, it's called insulin, dog.
Sorry, what did I say?
For
She needs.
stuff.
Oh, sorry.
I feel like the real life version of that would just be like, we're in the panic room and I don't need insulin or anything. I just really want to poop.
Oh, yeah, right. yeah. Oh, dang! I
Pick a
should have.
corner.
I should have went before we closed the door. So yes, but in that he actually plays like a Hispanic guy or something, right?
Forrest Whitaker does?
No.
Oh.
Jared Leto.
Oh, Jared.
I'm not talking. I
Sorry,
never said
I'm looking
Forrest
at-
Whitaker once. He's got one eye open though.
Looking at the cast.
I got my eye
I
on
need
Forrest
that number.
Whitaker.
I've been waiting for that number.
His character's name is Junior. So I don't know.
Whoa, cornrows.
Yeah.
That's a very Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but
Might be
Junior, I just said it.
Oh, sorry, Junior.
He's still thinking about Forrest Whitaker.
I
You
was talking about
confused me.
hostage instead of panic room. Same vibe.
Okay.
Very much.
That's nice.
Rude. Okay, what you got?
I needed my vindication.
Highway. Looks terrible. Don't know
I'm
what
on
it
a
is.
highway.
His next one, he was uncredited.
He
He was
on a highway to an Oscar.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
he was rock star wannabe in Soul Good.
Who named that?
The director, probably.
I don't know. Then he was an Alexander. Did you ever see that?
Yes, I liked
That's the one with
Alexander.
Brad Pitt?
Oh,
No, but no, Alex.
they
No,
kind of came out at the same time.
Alexander's with Colin
Colin
Farrell.
Farrell.
Yeah.
What's the one with Brad Pitt?
That was Troy. And then there was also like
Gladiator.
one. There was also
Yeah.
yes,
Wait, which one had Angelina Jolie?
Alexander.
yes.
It was kind of like the illusion, like when they did the magic ones at the same
The
time.
With
Prestige.
Illusionist and
the-
Prestige.
Yeah, it was kind of like
There was
they
like
all
4
came
of
out
them
with-
though, because there was another one with oh my god, what's his name? And he plays the elf in the Lord of the Rings, and he's
Are you talking about Orlando Bloom?
yes, Orlando Bloom, and he's like a siege into a castle, like it's the
Kingdom of Heaven?
Yes.
That's
So
like the
it-
medieval times.
Yep, but it all was. I mean, technically.
Can I just say, I fucking got that, and I knew exactly what you were talking
you
about.
did? I was very happy.
Okay.
I know. We just
I needed to toot my own horn
It
for
was
a
a
second.
good
But
look for
Amanda
you.
just snagged Kingdom of Heaven after I go, the guy with the ring and the elf and the stuff.
And the chocolate pudding. That used to be my favorite game at Blockbuster, dude. People would be like, well, he was in this one movie, but
Yeah.
I need this other movie.
Yes.
That was my favorite
Remember,
game.
I was with my friend that one time. I saw a preview for it.
Yeah, I saw a
Easy.
poster.
And Amanda's like, okay, was the preview before this movie or this movie? Gotcha.
Was the poster black or blue?
Okay, what you got?
Lord of War.
That's
Nicolas
a great.
Cage.
That's a great movie too. Yep. Is he in it as Nicolas Cage's like friend?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even remember him being in it. I just remember Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, they're just selling like arms to
That's
various.
the only thing worth
people.
remembering is
Okay.
Nicolas Cage.
A B C D
E F G.
Okay. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
everyone just needs to know something. Every movie we look up and like Jen is providing us like a visual aid of Jared Leto's character in the movie.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And
She
doesn't
also
say anything.
provided me with some thirst trap photos over here that I also appreciated.
She doesn't say anything either. She just puts it in her phone and then
Turns her phone around.
Vanna Whites it to us all
But
silently.
honestly, it's perfect because like
person.
it's perfect because I literally just was like, I don't remember him in the movie. And they showed me, I was like, oh, now I do.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yep.
As soon as I saw those cornrows, I was
We're in. Okay.
Lonely Hearts.
Owner of a lonely heart.
John Travolta.
No. Okay, I stopped watching John Travolta after Battlefield
Pulp
Earth.
Fiction. I stopped watching his movies after Pulp Fiction, bitch. He is not a good actor.
Grease, though, fire.
I mean,
That was the last time.
have you ever like actually listened to the lyrics of Grease Lightning?
You mean like where it's all sexual
It's
innuendos?
about like jerking it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it is not.
It's electrifying. You better shape up, 'cause I need a man.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, then he was in a music video for 30 Seconds to Mars, his band,
Okay, so what's
For what
Seems
music video?
self-serving.
from
Yeah.
yesterday.
but still, I wonder if he was like coinciding with the band for a while before he.
Probs.
He
Yeah.
actually, as far as I know, because he came up famous in the 90s or started
Yeah.
his acting, they started the band in, I think, 98, and him and his brother started it, and he started it so his brother could get a name for himself, I believe.
Oh, so basically it was like, hey man, I'm about to do Fight Club. Let's start this band. Everyone will know me. I'm gonna get my face
I
beat
believe
in.
so.
And in reality, everyone knows Jared Leto for 30 Seconds to Mars
yep, no one
and not
knows
his
the brother.
brother.
Hey guys, I'm just really having a hard time getting Leto off the ground. Can you help me out?
Leto. His next movie was Chapter 27.
Ooh, okay, we have to talk about
We got
this
to talk about this.
sweet movie because this is basically the assassination
Yeah.
Assassination.
Of John Lennon.
of John Lennon.
Yeah.
And the guy that did it, Jared Leto, was cast, and then he gained, wasn't it something like 50 pounds?
Which was kind of unheard of at the time that he did it. Not a
right.
lot of people.
The
it was like,
only person that was doing weird body formation like that was Christian Bale, for The Machinist. But I remember he was talking to some news outlet on an interview, and they're like, "How did you gain all the weight?" And he's like, "I literally microwaved ice cream.
Yes.
And I drank ice cream
Yes.
every single day."
That makes me nauseous just thinking about it.
I'm like, yeah, he literally was, I think you told me or whatever, and like, he would just microwave a pint of ice cream and then like drink it like a cup. And I was
Yep.
like, oh, I would vomit up
Yep.
all
And now,
that liquid
and now
ice
he has a
cream.
dairy intolerance.
I bet.
Now, if you see him though, he almost looks unrecognizable as that
Is it
character.
John
totally.
Well,
John
and I would-
Hinckley?
Yes.
What?
The guy that assassinated
Yeah.
John Lennon? Yeah.
Mark David Chapman.
and just like
Oh, John Hinckley shot Ronald Reagan.
Close.
Hey.
Sorry, Bonnie. What was
Oh
that?
no, I was just saying, like you were talking about, everyone else was going the opposite way, like going emaciated
Oh,
for these
sure.
like wow factors.
Right. Nobody
but
did
he
the
was
fat
the
thing.
first one
Yeah.
that went the other direction.
You're right. Actually, no. Sylvester Stallone gained 50 pounds for Copland. He did the
He
same
also
thing.
gained weight for Raging Bull.
What? Wait. He was in
Robert
he
De
was,
Niro, girl.
It's like he was not in Raging Bull.
Whoa. Sorry.
You remember when Rocky was in Raging Bull?
Sorry, bitch.
I don't know. Renee Zellweger gained weight for Bridget Jones.
She did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, she also fat suited.
Did she really?
She-
She's
fat
in a new
suit.
show now where she's playing this
I think
Yeah, I saw that.
terrible murderer lady, and she's wearing a fat suit.
yeah,
Really?
that looks more like a fat suit.
Yeah.
You know who else fat suited? Ryan
Eddie Murphy.
Reynolds in Just Friends.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
And I swear. Okay.
If I was Ryan Reynolds, I wouldn't want to gain weight either. Look how beautiful I am. I'm
You want
Ryan
me to
Reynolds.
ruin this?
Yeah. But that was, I mean,
What?
absolutely crazy. And Jared Leto, if I'm not mistaken, within 6 months was back to his skinny.
Yeah.
Self.
It was something that was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, he's known for looking a certain way.
Yeah.
So I imagine it was very much just like, okay, now you're on this other role where you need to be 75 pounds lighter.
He's like,
so
oh,
have
crap.
fun, buddy.
He
Well,
went from being
yeah.
everybody's teenage wet dream to being your high school counselor.
Yeah, seriously.
I know in that one too, the movie was not that successful.
No.
So he did this crazy body morph change, and then the movie's like,
But it's a good movie.
I
No,
thought
it's
it was
not
a
a
good
good
movie,
really good movie.
but you
It's
do
not
spend
bad.
a lot of the time being like, "Is that really Jared Leto?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
you do.
Or you look like, is that
body
real?
morph
Is that
got
real?
more.
Or is it a fat suit?
In the
Yeah.
movie, they make him be in his underwear for a couple scenes so that you could see the actual
Yeah.
transformation that he did.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, I get it.
yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
be like, I want everyone to see what I did for this movie.
Right. Did you see what Chris Hemsworth did for Thor 3? Or for no, not for Thor 3. What was it? No, Thor 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he gained weight. I was going to say.
It's
What?
a it's
His
he's
eyes
in
came out?
You know, he's in a fat
Oh,
suit.
Oh,
he's
God,
fat.
You mean
yeah.
Avengers?
Oh, and Avengers.
Yeah.
I would
Andy
just
doesn't
read
know
this
things.
thing where
And he doesn't know.
what's his face, the Magic Mike guy. He was saying he
Oh,
almost
Channing
didn't.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost didn't even do the third one. He finally signed on, but he says he has to like starve himself.
Wait, for which one?
He's
Magic
doing
Mike?
another Magic Mike.
Oh, yeah, because
Oh,
they're
yeah,
all
and he's
supposed
favorite.
he almost didn't sign up
because they're
he had
supposed to
starve
be
himself
like
so much.
washboard abs.
Yeah.
Which the only way to truly do that is to cut your fat down to like 1%.
water.
And like
Yeah.
work out like every single
Yeah.
day.
I would vomit.
I don't think there's.
I just
enough
can't keep up with that
millions to make me do
lifestyle.
So that's why I would sign up for the Jared Leto roles where I get to drink ice cream.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't need to do that. I could just be him. Okay, go ahead. What's the next role?
I
we
like
were
my
on
ice
this.
cream cold.
We were on this movie for a long time.
Mr. Nobody.
Just
What's
pass
that
it.
about?
Doesn't matter.
Nemo?
Captain Nemo?
I don't
or the
know.
Fish?
The character's name says Nemo Adult / Old Nemo. Jen has a picture.
Mr. Nobody. I think I've seen that.
I passed on it.
Can you tell me the synopsis of that?
He
Yes.
has a white mock turtleneck, and I feel like that's very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
A boy stands on a station platform as a train is about to leave. Should he go with his mother or stay with his father? Infinite possibilities arise from this decision. As long as he doesn't choose, anything is possible.
This seems
Oh, so
like.
it's like the
I've
cat.
seen
Schrodinger's
this.
cat.
Oh,
if
I
you
see-
don't make a decision,
Yeah, I see what
is
you
there a
mean.
decision?
Yeah.
I've seen this. I remember watching it, and like when it ends, it was one of those things where it was like, what the fuck just happened?
What did I just
Yeah,
do?
so there's another synopsis on IMDb. I'll read this one. It says, Nemo Nobody, that's his name, is recounting his life story to a reporter. He's less than clear, oftentimes thinking that he is 34 years of age, others well over 100. But his story becomes more confusing after he does focus on a fact of his current real age.
See, the issue with that is, what is this, like early 2000s?
2009.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, at that point, you were getting into some weird stuff.
This
in
is like a
2000.
Yeah.
like a mix between Big Fish and Benjamin Button.
Yes,
It
yeah.
was, I remember watching it, and it very much was just like, remember how you were telling me when you guys watched Into the Skin with the
Under the Skin with
Skin.
Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson.
and you're
yeah.
kind of just like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one
It
of those
was-
movies.
I'm just kind of like, what am I watching?
I'm going to say right now, real awkward audience, if you watch this movie, we want to know your opinion on it. Because
Yeah.
right now it sounds like there's a lot of...
Explain it to us like we're 5.
Just put on Caillou.
So then
Ew.
he did
No.
another 30 Seconds to Mars, Hurricane, which I feel like he did more music,
No, they
like more songs in between.
they absolutely did. They had
Yeah,
a lot
so it's
more
weird that it's not
stuff.
showing me everything. And also, these are like 13, 14 minutes long.
Okay, that seems like it's like
Maybe because
special
they're
edition.
considered like
Yeah.
short films.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Which explains the
The long intros.
Yes.
Yep.
Then he did Dallas Buyers Club, and Jen over here is giving me a thumbs up.
Okay, I'm sorry. Still haven't seen it. I feel bad.
One of my favorite.
I
need
haven't
to see
either.
it.
But speaking of emaciated roles, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Him and
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew
Yeah, Matthew
McConaughey, which we
Go
do.
listen to our Matthew McConaughey episode.
Yeah, we have a street cred about him. That's I actually really like that one. And then so they're both in this movie, and I think they both won Academy Awards for it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Well earned.
I need to see it because I
Yeah.
heard good things about it when it came out too,
Yeah,
and I
me
just
too.
never got around to it. Oh,
Jared
right.
Leto.
Okay.
Oh, he played a woman.
Transgender.
Gender or
Okay.
sexual.
Rayon was his character's name.
From
Well,
Transylvania.
either way, that was
Mm-hmm.
it. That showed range. Like that was the first. That was different for him at the
I
time.
feel like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
somebody that would like go all in to his characters.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as we'll know further on here too. So
Next, he did Suicide Squad.
I was,
Never heard
I was
of it.
about to say like he jumped from that role over to Joker.
Yeah, he's the Joker. I don't.
I would actually have to say a lot of people gave him shit for this role
They sure did.
because
Yeah, yes.
right. No, and it's
wonder
not
why.
his fault. I don't. He didn't come up with the costume design.
That's what I was gonna say.
They
A big
didn't
part
make
was the
him-
look, and that wasn't his.
But like he, okay.
I didn't have an issue
So-
so much with the. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I'm steamrolling you.
It's okay.
I didn't.
Steamroller, eh?
I didn't have an issue so much with his look because in some of the other Batman cartoons
Yeah.
and like one-off comics and stuff, there is kind of like the gangster Joker.
Yeah,
And-
like the '90s Batman.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
or even
series.
like
I
the
agree.
kind of random movies or cartoons, like you do kind of get somewhat of a
Yeah.
gangster guy, but I had a huge issue with the voice and the direction of whoever was like, yeah, that laugh sounds great, and
Oh,
like
sure.
and but yeah, the stupid tattoos and stuff, that's not his fault. But
Doesn't he have a J on his face or something like that?
well, he's
Or
got
on his
he's
shoulder.
got he's
in
got
the
a
film?
tattoo on his cheekbone, and then he's got a mouth on the back of his hand, and so like he puts it in front of his face.
He does it often.
Yeah, and it just was kind of like this dude's trying a little too hard. He had a grill.
Okay,
Yeah.
that I think
The
that's what
grill was
bothered
too
me is
much.
the
Yeah.
grill messed me up, and
When it
there
made
was
him talk funny.
yes, like he almost seemed. I mean, it wasn't a lisp, but it felt
He
almost,
sounded like he had something in his mouth.
yes the entire time.
And I from what I understand of them making that movie, he very much was like method acting, and would like send nasty shit to the co-stars.
I heard about that.
See, I didn't like that. I felt like they were trying too hard to like put those stories out there to like build buzz, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird, and I almost felt like they set him up for failure because as soon as people started making fun of him, then they're like, yeah, and then he did this weird thing,
And they
Yeah.
made
and
it
then he
like
did this, and then everybody
twofold.
hated him.
I think that he was dead in the water because Heath Ledger was so iconic.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think when that came out and everyone was like, ooh, Jared Leto's going to be the Joker. What is going to happen? And you got to see these promotional photos that you were kind of like intrigued about. And then it was just kind of fell flat. Everybody already had these high expectations because it's like, if you don't trump Jared Leto, then Heath Ledger, then you're not worthy of a Joker role. And so he claims that in that film, they shot almost a movie's worth of footage with him and Harley Quinn and only used like 10 minutes of it. And so he's like, there was so much more to my character and the things that I did. And all you saw was the theatrical cut that literally took out why I was who I was.
Well,
in that
I mean,
film.
I think they were planning on doing a Joker movie
Yep,
after that.
I think you're
but
right.
then he was so not
Hated.
well received.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and if you followed that movie, you would know it was recut so many different times
Yep.
that who even knows what the original movie was?
I have no, yeah.
Like, it was redone, and there was so many reshoots and so much stuff that they hobbled together after it was all said
Mm-hmm.
and done that it could have been he was the main bad guy.
Right.
And, so he would have had a lot more footage, and it wouldn't have just been these, like, a small handful of weird shots that you're just
Because
kind
he
of
had
like...
nothing to do with the story in that
He
film.
created Harley Quinn.
I
Yeah.
think the Harley Quinn hype kind of overshadowed him. People loved Harley Quinn
Well, Margot
so
Robbie's
much.
still an
Yeah.
amazing Harley Quinn
And
right now.
and
yeah.
I mean, everyone was so excited for her.
Yeah.
I think he just kind of like he just overshadowed by so many amazing
Yeah.
performances.
Well,
Oh, it sucks.
then they it almost seems like they kind of set him up to be the main antagonist and then kind of push him to the side, and then she goes off with him later,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of like, that doesn't make sense.
No, and they
But-
made that. You're right. In the trailer, they made it sound like that too, or seem like that too. That Joker was the main bad guy in
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, and it ended up being Enchantress or something.
Yeah,
right,
with
at
a
the
sky
end.
beam.
Right.
I
Yeah.
Part of me thinks that because I did read a lot about that he had all this extra footage, and I think that he was originally supposed to be the bad guy who then convinces Harley Quinn to go with him later.
Right.
Then maybe she still is a good guy.
Yeah.
But like, I think that because that scene with them in the helicopter, they had to pay a lot of money for that scene.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So I'm like, they wouldn't have scrapped that shit.
Well, even Ben Affleck though reprised his role as Batman because they were supposed to have their own solo Batman flick with him and Jared Leto. I
Yes.
thought. Also, and this might just be us, but like, imagine no Heath Ledger. Like, I know it's hard. Do you think Jared Leto's character would have been more received? Because everybody would have just been like, "That's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
That's just crazy."
Well, and I
different.
think that they knew they couldn't do something similar to Heath Ledger, and so they kind of went on the other side of the spectrum.
Right.
But it was just too far.
I agree because
On that
you
side of
had
the
like the
spectrum.
gritty, dark, crazy, and then they moved to like more flashy.
I don't know,
Right,
he just kind of went
like-
from Tupac to the Island Boys.
Oh,
Exactly. But I think
Oh my God.
I think went after that's really funny.
And it's
I'm just
so
imagining
accurate.
like the Joker's just like,
I love my
"Cause I'm a kid Batman, I'm gonna bash his hand." Sorry.
I was gonna say when
dumb.
Joker came out with Joaquin Phoenix,
Yes.
it wasn't too far from Heath
No,
Ledger's
people
Joker.
wanted that Joker
It was
again.
different in the way that they approached the story differently.
Yeah.
But as far as the look of the character, it was still similar, but I think it was still successful. So I think they didn't need to go as far with Suicide Squad as they did.
Well, it's cool in the Dark Knight. You don't know anything about Joker.
Yeah.
You never know anything about Joker. He's just a crazy, like, everybody loses their minds. Like, has like a
Hitting the remote, like
yeah.
quirky.
Yes, so quirky. And then in this next one, you got a true origin story from Joaquin Phoenix, but you didn't get anything from Jared Leto's. Like, you were just kind of like, dude, this is just, it's a gangster Jared Leto.
Yeah,
who's
you
off
got Harley Quinn's origin story.
Right,
and,
right, yep.
But
yep.
it really didn't work at all.
If I was him, I'd be pissed because I think you did me dirty.
Well,
Yeah.
and you can tell that they were intending to make it a larger piece of the DC
Right.
puzzle because Zack Snyder shot scenes of Batman and Joker for Justice League.
Yes, he did. Yep, you're right.
That you see in the Snyder Cut.
Which is
But-
cool.
So it's obvious that they were planning on creating these two as
Yeah.
like their own movie or whatever. And I don't know. I would be very curious. We'll never get it.
No,
but
we
I'd
won't.
be very
I'm
curious.
sure there's like personal behind the scenes personality stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody knew. But I would love to see an original cut or even storyboard
Of the
for
Suicide
Squad.
Yeah, I agree.
I would
100%
love to
agree.
see that.
I don't know how much of this we talked about in our Joker episode, but
Oh, but it doesn't
We
matter.
probably did.
Because we need to repost that one.
Truthfully, I think we talked most about
It's just
the
been
new,
a hot minute since it was a couple years ago, so it would be a nice refresher.
We do have an episode where we talk all about the Joker and kind of each individual like portrayal of the Joker, and we talk a lot about the Joaquin Phoenix version.
Yeah.
I think because I had just seen it.
Oh yeah, and I think it's incredible. So
Well, and I think when you have people like Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix who have like most certainly paid their dues, they have amazing acting skills,
Yeah.
and then you have somebody come in who isn't like that icon status, people
Yeah.
are naturally going to be like, you don't belong here.
yeah, get out of here.
Don't do it different.
So what was his follow up after Joker?
Blade Runner 2049.
Well, what was he in
He was
that?
the bad guy.
Oh my god.
He was the blind. I don't remember what his
Yeah,
name
yeah,
was.
I know you mean.
Neander Wallace.
Yeah. So another replicant, right?
I don't think he was a replicant. He was the guy.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, okay.
I saw the
it
original. I've seen the
once.
original.
I saw
haven't
it once.
seen
Okay,
the,
I'm gonna
the
say
new
stuff
one.
wrong.
Okay.
He was like the bad guy, but his character was very much like he looked like a yoga master.
Oh,
so he just had
okay.
really long hair,
Yeah.
and he had just like very monochromatic outfits on, and the
So he was himself.
yeah,
God,
yeah,
yes, that's what he
yes.
looks like right now on the
Essentially.
red carpet.
And they would have him set up in these huge rooms where like the shot was amazing, right? And he's just like in the middle of this room, and then you're kind of like, I mean, that movie as a whole was kind of like what?
Yeah.
But he wasn't like.
Thumbs down from Jen. Over
Yeah,
here.
Jen's over here like.
That was a terrible movie.
Jen likes everything. If
Yeah,
you've
she
ever
does.
seen her on
Waste my
Facebook.
Well, he
liker.
wasn't compelling as this
Right,
bad guy
right.
because you're kind of just like, what is your motive here? Like,
Okay.
And he almost has like too approachable of a nice face.
I think
Yeah.
the movie was trying to rely too hard on these incredible visuals.
Which is what I mean. Blade Runner's known for that in the original too.
yes,
so-
and then like being
yeah.
like, oh, we got Harrison Ford back, we
Yeah.
got Ryan Gosling, we got what you want,
Well-
and then I think they were like, we spent the budget on Harrison Ford, we don't have a good story,
Wouldn't they know by doing when they saw how Indiana Jones turned out not to do that?
girl.
Okay. What? So Jared Leto did that. Then what?
You're really running this.
Yeah.
The Outsider.
What is that?
I know not.
You don't know.
Nope.
Let's
Seems like
find
a
out.
bold choice to call it the
The
Outsider
Outsider.
when there's already a super famous movie called The Outsiders.
Fair.
Oh, this was a Netflix
That's
movie.
why.
An epic set in post World War II Japan and centered on an American former GI who joins the Yakuza.
Is this
The Yakuza.
2015?
Does it have good
2018.
reviews?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was
So
somewhat recently.
It's
okay.
a 6.2 on IMDb.
Yeah.
The Little Things.
Like his career.
Damn, Jared.
Wow, wow, wow.
Was this an HBO? Yeah, this was an HBO exclusive.
so he did Netflix movie and then HBO
Why does
movie.
this
Well, it
sound
also makes me
familiar.
wonder if the whole Suicide Squad, what if
Messed
he
him
like
up?
got blackballed?
It
Now he's a
could've.
TV movie guy.
Yeah, people are like, well, we can't bring the Joker into this.
Kern County Deputy Sheriff Joe Deacon is sent to Los Angeles for what should have been a quick evidence gathering assignment. Instead, he becomes embroidered in the search for a serial killer who is terrorizing the city.
Okay,
Excuse
listen.
me, what is it called again?
Little Things?
Gonna watch it.
Okay, listen. I know we talked about Jared Leto being 50, and I was like, he doesn't look like it. Then Jen just showed me a picture where I'm
yeah.
like, he
He
looks
looks like the
50.
crypt
That's
keeper.
Travis from the junkyard.
Yeah, he does look like the crypt
He even looks like he's
keeper.
a janitorial jumpsuit on.
Oh shit, is he the serial killer?
It looks like it.
Oh,
Little thing.
Amanda's literally putting it in her
HBO.
phone right now. I wrote it in my diary that night.
Veronica got a very funny joke today.
Okay, all right,
No,
Jared
I have
Leto.
like a revolving
come,
list of movies to watch.
Come back, bro. I feel like he kind of was like, I'm gonna make shit.
And then
like,
Tell us about the art, though. Like,
yeah, he's
Yeah.
been very artistic.
artist part.
Yeah.
he reprised his role as the Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Okay, I don't know
Snyder Cut.
if you haven't seen
4
that
hours
scene.
and 2 minutes.
It's a good scene.
It's fine, yeah.
That scene, like compared to the Suicide Squad,
Yes.
yeah.
Compared to the Snyder Cut. No, I mean, it's like literally at like the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's like a, flash forward into the future
Batman
thing.
has like a
It's post-apocalyptic,
Yeah.
but then it's kind of interesting because the Joker kind of like fills in some plot holes of like, I killed so-and-so, I did this.
yeah.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
It's crazy how one character making a tiny comment can like throw so many things together in
Yeah.
your brain for you.
Yeah, you're trying to glue it all together.
Yeah, it was fine.
What's up?
It's fine. Just
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's
He
our
was in it for 2 whole minutes. So
That's
it's
our
not like-
commentary.
House of Gucci.
Oh,
Okay, I want to watch it.
didn't this just get a bunch of awards? SAG awards at least, but
Lady Gaga.
When
Yeah.
I think Jared Leto in a movie, and I think what would be a good female
wow.
for him to be a.
you think
it-
Gucci?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I think Lady
All I
Gaga.
know
Oh, Lady
is
Gaga.
he looks completely different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Interesting. Oh, that's right. He does the whole.
he's got a bunch of prosthetics.
It's basically like Tropic Thunder Tom Cruise.
Looks
Yes.
like he emptied out every spray tan place in town.
No, it's
That's pretty
it's
incredible.
about a murder.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
on my list.
All right.
8 episodes of We Crashed. It's on Apple TV.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
Listen, I don't have Apple TV, but I guess they're throwing out bangers right now. Ted Lasso is supposed to be incredible.
Ted Lasso
Yeah.
is so good.
That's what I've heard.
So good.
We don't have Apple though.
We
I have-
do.
You
I
can
have
get it
Apple
for
okay.
TV.
$8.99 a month.
We have it. I'll check it
We
out.
got
Alright.
it like free for a year from T-Mobile or something
We've
like
been
that.
missing out because sometimes
And-
I'm like Netflix. I just
No,
go
I
no,
literally
no,
went-
no.
I went to the Apple app, and I was like, "There's nothing here I want to see."
Yeah, I only got it for Ted Lasso, and I still have it.
That
But-
he looks like Jim Carrey in that picture you just showed us, Jen. A little bit
Weird. Next
Woke
up,
Jim Carrey?
is-
Or regular Jim Carrey?
woke, definitely woke.
Morbius.
Okay, I have to say this. The extended universe that Sony's trying to create with Spider-Man is like pretty dope right now. And so if they can make this successful, I didn't know what Venom was going to be like. And I'll be honest, we weren't a fan of the last one, but people like the Venom character enough that now he's a Spider-Man villain in that universe.
The second one,
it was
sucked.
Woody Harrelson that made it suck,
yeah.
to be honest. Yeah.
but I like the Morbius character.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not like super versed on it, but I like the idea that he's like a vampire, and I like characters that are kind of good and kind of bad, and that's kind of what he is.
yeah,
And
he's almost an anti-hero. He's
Yeah.
never been full evil, but he gets himself into issues.
yeah,
Yeah.
And honestly, like I watch one preview, and
Yeah.
that's all I'll watch anymore.
Right.
It looks good enough
It
for me
looks-
to
it-
say I will go see.
I
that.
agree. It looks really good. It looks really good.
What I also like is that he seems to be like more forgiven over time. Like he's
Yeah.
starting to get like after everybody hated him, then he was doing his TV movies, and now he's starting to get bigger things. So it's like it's good that he's recovering from that.
I would say that most people at this point are not giving him shit for the Joker stuff anymore.
I would agree.
I think that's
Yeah.
probably gone. It's what was
I
that
think
10
since
years
they
ago now?
made-
Suicide Squad? Or was it 2013 or something like that? So we're getting close.
I want to say close to 10 years.
Yeah.
It was 2016. But I was going to
Close.
say that since they made Birds of Prey and
Uh-huh.
kind of moved on
Yes.
from that,
Right.
I think he's like,
Right.
okay,
That's
we
fair.
understand you're
Well,
gone.
and then he's done a couple things since then that have been well enough received, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think going the Marvel route wouldn't be a bad idea for him because maybe DC did him dirty.
Yep.
But
Yep. You know it. Yeah, they
it
did do him
wouldn't.
dirty.
It's not a bad idea for him to get hooked up with a cinematic universe. Like
yeah, because if Morbius does well, you could easily do a second or a third one of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and how many characters have we seen that have totally just demolished and just embarrassing as a superhero character and then come back in another movie? Like you've got
Oh.
Miles Teller.
Oh,
you've
yeah.
got,
Yep, you're right. You're right.
From
Yep.
Black Panther.
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael
we have all
B.
these
Jordan.
guys who they were terrible superheroes and then they
Yeah.
got a second chance. So maybe this is his like redemption.
well,
That's
I hate to
true.
burst y'all's bubble.
Oh, no.
But production's been announced for an untitled Joker project
Okay, I think.
based on the Suicide
Really?
Squad Joker.
Well,
yes.
that's what happened is that when Snyder's cut hit,
Yes.
they saw what could be him,
Yes.
and now they're like, let's try it. let's play around with what we can do with this. And I think that could maybe be his own personal redemption because he never got the solo movie and he could come back the way that he wants
do it
to
right.
be. Do it right.
Do it right.
Yeah.
I would like to know. I would love to be a fly on the wall and see how much freedom he had with that character. Like, what was his choice of direction, and like what was them being like, well, let's do it a little more like this.
It's tough because DC was chasing Marvel the entire time, and so they were like, they had, I don't know, was it this movie, Amanda, where a trailer place cut the episode?
Yeah. So
Was for
basically,
Suicide
what ended
Squad?
up happening with Suicide Squad, they made the movie. There was a ton of turmoil while it was being made, but so they eventually, finally, okay, we have this. We have the whole movie shot. They had a couple different edits of the film. So then they handed it off to this trailer company, people they just make movie trailers. And the movie trailer blew up. It was incredible. So many people were talking about Suicide Squad, blah, blah, blah. That was so well received that the production
They hired
studio
them
was
to
like,
edit the
you know
whole
what?
film?
Why don't you edit the movie?
Yeah.
So this company, who's known for making like 3-minute
Yeah.
things, makes a movie.
Right.
And
So they just do trailer after trailer after trailer
Yeah,
after
yeah.
trailer.
Each scene feels like its own trailer.
And then, so they end up having to do a bunch of like rando reshoots, and then
Yeah.
you can tell like the editing isn't great. Just the way that like, even the way people talk is like
Yeah, the
weird
pacing's
sometimes.
off.
The pacing is bizarre because they don't make movies.
Yeah. They're meant to capture your audience for the, like you said, 2 minutes, 3 minutes,
Yeah.
and not a long narrative. You wouldn't know what to do when you're like, all I know how to do is bang, ba ba bang, ba bang, ba bang, bang, ba ba bang, bang, bang. And then when it's like, okay, I need you to have an actual conversation with someone, and
You're
it's
like,
just
bang, 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 bang.
yeah, and it's like they're just eating spaghetti. Like, what's happening?
The Transformers voice.
But then you see, like with the newer Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
you see like what could be done with this franchise.
Sure.
With James Gunn taking it over, and I
Right.
think that was a great choice.
Yes.
And I loved that movie. I thought it was incredible. So I'm hoping that they make more going forward.
Yeah.
And so it's too bad that
Yeah.
that movie did so badly because I'm a huge Suicide Squad fan. I've read like
Yeah.
so many.
You've
of
enjoyed
the
the comics for a long time.
I'm a huge fan, and so to see the movie be done so dirty, and like, okay, whatever, maybe the Joker wasn't my favorite, but at least if it was a decent movie,
Yeah.
you could get over it.
Sure.
But it was like every part about that movie, except for a few little things,
Yeah.
just kind of sucked.
I think Harley
Wasted
Quinn is the
talent.
best thing that came out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then honestly, Will Smith as Deadshot was fine.
No, he was, but it was a one and done for him.
Yes, and then the Amanda Waller character, she's great, but like
yeah.
everything else just kind of like, meh. And then the random like putties that they have to fight in the middle of
Yeah,
town.
that's fair.
None of it makes any sense.
yeah.
It's almost like they were so preoccupied with giving people what they want mainstream wise. Like,
Yeah.
this is what people want out of superhero movies. They came away from like their true story and like what fans, come to expect from that story.
Yeah, that's the weird part about DC is it's like they've had successful comics for a long time. Just stay with your effing stories. Like, stop trying to diverge. But they're like, but Marvel did a whole universe. And it's like, yeah. And they got it and they figured it out. But don't chase that. You'll screw it up. And
Well,
And it was slow over time. They didn't just wake up and be like, we're making a universe.
2008.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like, we'll put
Yeah.
a cute little like Easter egg in here about our other movie. And then it all just kind of started.
yeah, DC, they just need, honestly, I love their single stories. Just one movie
Yep.
and done. And then go to the next one and let it be multiple versions of it for a cool.
Well, and Suicide
take.
Squad, I think they tried to make the Suicide Squad too similar to what was happening in current movies, where it's like a bad guy is the villain.
Yeah.
And when in reality, Suicide Squad has fucking bizarro bad guys.
Yeah, sure.
So I think that's why the newer one resonated a little bit better, because it very much leaned into like, these bad guys are crazy. Let's have a giant starfish take over the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a real bad guy from the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
so as a fan,
Yeah.
that worked for me.
Yeah.
Versus like the Enchantress Skybeam situation.
Yeah, it was dumb.
It was stupid.
dumb. Sorry.
So other stuff he has coming out is a horror film called Adrift.
Okay.
Tron 3 he's rumored to
Oh.
be in.
Really?
And
Okay.
then
No thanks.
a movie
Jeff
called
Bridges getting too old for that one.
a movie about Andy Warhol named Warhol.
He's going to be Warhol.
I could
He's
totally
Warhol.
see
I
it.
can see him
That's
as
very
Andy
on
Warhol.
brand.
Yep. And that's it.
You know what's crazy is I thought that he had a lot other like big movies. I
He's
don't know
very
why.
what I didn't read in his bio, but what
Yeah.
was in there is that he is very selective about what he
Yes.
takes.
Oh,
Interesting.
interesting.
Yep.
Okay. Not to mention he has been half and half with his band and acting for a while too, right? So it's
Which
not
goes with
just
what Jen said about the art. It's more about the art.
yes.
Yeah.
He's not just performing, but if he's writing and producing the songs with his band, then that's going to take time. So I can understand him not like slapping a bunch of movies together. So
And he's rich and can do whatever he wants
that's
all the
true.
time.
And
Correct.
he's actually 25, but he's 50.
He's recently joined AARP.
Guys, if there is one of these movies that you have seen that we did not collectively, can you please send us a message and let us know why it's a great Jared Leto movie? Or
And tell us you should watch it.
yes, you say you should watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Just like that.
Yeah.
else?
Where do they do that at, Amanda?
Come check out our Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast. I definitely want to know. Take a look at our stories when you hear this episode. Check it. I want to know what your favorite Jared Leto movie is.
Leto.
Yeah, whoever.
Tell us how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
Jared Lego.
that sounds right to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a silent T.
yeah. Come check out our Instagram.
That doesn't make any sense. Awesome. Guys, thank you for listening and enjoying this wonderful podcast. We'll talk to you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.